Welcome to another video from your Smart Brain channel, and this time I'm bringing you an exercise. What is the missing number in this sequence? Look at the sequence. It says 2, 9, 28, and 65, and what it's asking me for is the next number. And I have some alternatives here. Look, alternative is 78, B, 94, C, 115, and D, 126. What is the number that completes this sequence? I recommend that at this point you pause the video and try to do it, and write your answer in the comments to see how many people are going to get it right. Okay, well, let's solve this exercise, which is very interesting. Most people are going to think of a constant difference. Look, 2 times 9, it's going to say how much is the difference here. Then 9 times 28, how much is the difference? 28 times 65, how much is the difference? Most people start that way, but if you follow that path, you'll realize that this doesn't work in this type of exercises. This type of exercises is a type of exercises where you have to think a little bit outside the box. You have to think in power. Be very careful. You have to think in power. Let's think in power. Look, 2 raised to the power of 1 is 2. 3 raised to the square is 9. But 28 and 65 are no longer powers. So thinking only in power doesn't help me much here, but I'm going to think a little bit outside the box. And I'm going to say the following. Is it true or not? That 2 is the same thing as 1 cubed plus 1. Yes or no? Let's see. 1 cubed is 1. Plus 1, 2. Perfect. 9 is true or not? That 9 is 2 cubed plus 1. Yes, because 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2, 8. Plus 1, 9. 28 is true or not? That is 3 cubed plus 1. Because 3 cubed is 27, and 27 plus 1 is 28. So I'm achieving the formation rule. I'm achieving it. 65 will be 4 cubed plus 1, because 4 cubed is 64 plus 1, 65. So following this formation rule, 1, 2, 3, 4, the next term must be 5 cubed plus 1. And 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125, and 125 plus 1 equals 126, which is exactly the missing number. So you're going to mark the letter D, 126, exercise solved. Welcome to another video from your channel, Smart Brain. Look, now we have the following exercise. We have the following sum to calculate. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, etc., up to the number 100. What is this sum from 1 to 100? Alternative A, 1010, B, 5050, C, 5000, and letter D, 1000. What is the answer to this exercise? I recommend that if you want to solve it, you pause the video right now, do the exercise, and write your answer in the comments to see if you got it right. Okay, very well. Let's work on this exercise. But first, I want to tell you that if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe right now. This way, you'll help me ensure YouTube delivers more of my content, and I can help more people. Very well, let's understand this, and look how easy we can do this without any formula, just using the rule of the game. Look, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 100. Look at the extremes, 1 and 100. I'm going to add the extremes. What is 1 plus 100? It's 101. Now the other extreme, 2 and 99. What is the sum again being 1? And so if I keep adding the 3 with the 98, the 4 with the 97, all those sums will be 101. I ask you, that number 101, will it be repeated how many times? Well, if there are 100 numbers and they're consecutive, I'm going to form 50 pairs, then this will be the sum. It will be 50 multiplied by 101, and the result of this multiplication is 5050. That easy, answer letter B. Welcome to Smart Brain. The purpose of this channel is to provide you with the largest number of solved exercises possible, so that your mathematical mind can expand, and you can do and solve any type of exercise. Very well. Let's move on to the next proposal. It says Peter is now 18 years old. If he had been born 5 years ago, how old would he be today? We have a few alternatives: 13, 5, 23, and 10. You have to be very careful because this exercise can lead you to give the wrong answer. I recommend that you pause the video, solve this exercise, and write your answer in the comments to find out how many people got this exercise right. Very well. Let's solve it quite logically. Let's think a little. It says Peter is now 18 years old. If he had been born 5 years ago, how old would he be? Today, most students say if he is 18 years old, 5 years ago, he would have been 18 minus 5, he would have been 13 years old. And many people would mark alternative to 13 And this is a mistake. It is wrong. This is wrong. It is not like that. You have to think logically. The rule of the game here is to think logically. Look, Pedro is now 18 years old, but it could be any age. It could be 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. Anyway, if he had been born 5 years ago, here's the trick. Look, if he had been born 5 years ago, I ask you if you had been born 5 years ago, it means that 5 years ago, you would have been 0 years old because you were just born. Very well, then if you were born 5 years ago, it means that today you're 5 years old. If you had been born 10 years ago, today you would be 10 years old. Yes or no, of course. So if you had been born 5 years ago, today you would be exactly how many 5 years old? Then the answer is the letter B. Thank you very much for watching this video. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share with others.